Welcome everybody. This is AMA chat number 8, 7, 6? Number 7.
Okay,
Today's
hold
guest...
on. Before we start, Ms. Gray, do you know what AMA means?
American something.
American Music Awards. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, okay?
Alright.
You keep trying to sell everyone on this AMA Ask Me Anything, but to the rest of the world, American Music Awards, correct?
Yeah, A is always American
We
or
got it.
associated.
There was actually an award, American Music Awards, right? There was
Yeah.
also that AMA. But anyway, to our 7th Q&A AMA, however you want to call it, our Zoom chat. Today, our special guest, who's a Grammy Award-winning artist, who's at the pantheon of female singers, not just singers, but artists in the recording industry. We welcome Miss Macy Gray.
Hello, hello.
So Miss Macy Gray, I had the opportunity to meet you at our gala, which was last year in November.
Yeah.
You came down with Mr. Bradley. You graced us. You were able to get up and talk a little bit to the families and people there. Just a little bit about our organization. We deal with after-school programming for kids between the ages of 7 and 17. We provide different programming, whether it's athletic or non-athletic programs, to get them into something positive, off the street, off of their tablets, and out of harm's way. So that's what a little bit in a nutshell about what we're about. And hopefully you'll get to talk to some of the kids today.
All right. I love what y'all do, by the way.
That's great for you to say. Thank you. So let's get started. Let's go through your background. You were born and raised in Ohio?
Yeah, Canton, Ohio. It's
Great.
small, like an hour south of Cleveland, like a little city. And then you would be like, it's like if you lived in Pasadena.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
What was it, a rough neighborhood? How long did you stay there before you eventually moved out of there?
Well, when I was little, it was just me and my mom.
Okay.
And then my mother got married, and then we moved into, like, my dad worked at a steel factory, and he was a barber, and my mother was a teacher. So, we had everything we needed. It wasn't, we weren't balling, but everybody had
Right. And when you moved out of that Canton, Ohio neighborhood, did you eventually come? I know at one point you came to Southern California, but how long before you came here?
When I was 17, I got accepted to USC. That's how I ended up in LA. And I kind of been out here ever since, off and on. Like, I went back home, and I moved to New York for about a couple months, and I lived in Atlanta, but I always ended up coming back to LA.
It's a big difference.
I think it's the weather or something.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, there really isn't a place like LA. Like, I've been all over the world, and there's no other place like it. It's a great city. We don't realize it because we're here. We get used to it. But
yeah, we get spoiled at times. We get really spoiled. So high school. You're in high school back in Ohio. You're deciding that you want to go to college. What was your influences? What were you interested in at the time? What led you to go into USC?
Honestly, I just wanted to. That was my only ticket out of my house, out of Ohio, because wait, what happened? Am I still there? Oh, your face is gone.
Mine?
Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. Anyway, that was the only way I was gonna get out of there, is if I went to school, because my parents were really strict, and so, and not that I had like a horrible home life, but I just wanted to, I wanted to go out and do things and see different places, and all the TV shows were filmed in LA, and they all had palm trees and beaches, and so I only applied to schools in California, and I got into SC. But school was just my way to, to move on. and keep, you know, like do something with my life. That's all.
Right, right. So we're teaching the kids, you know, you got to have a goal. You got to get focused on something. You know, a dream, a goal without a plan is just a dream. It's just a wish. So we try to get them focused on something and try to obtain that goal by staying focused on that. How did you stay focused? Was music something that was in your background at a young age that made you focus on getting out of Ohio and coming to LA?
Yeah, I took piano lessons since I was 7.
Oh wow!
Until I went to high school, until I went to college, and then so I didn't plan on doing that. I didn't know I was gonna be a singer, but it's just I knew music, you know, I understood it, and I could play and stuff like that. It was like, I don't know. You should always it's like arming yourself. Like you should just do as much as you can. Just know as much as you can know. You know what I mean? I know it's corny to say knowledge is power, but you can't really do much without it. So when you, you know, especially when you're coming up, like learn music, like, you know, anything you can jump into, just like eat up all that you can. Anything positive, sports, you know, reading books, you know, pay attention in school. There's so much to offer in school. I know it's boring, but it's full
I
of
don't
things.
I don't think that message is corny at all. You know,
Yeah.
knowledge is power. Try to obtain as much knowledge as you can. I think that's a great message for our kids. Hopefully they're listening and paying attention to that. So just to clarify, did you say you played piano until age 7 or you played piano from the age of 7?
From 7, and then I went to college when I was 17. So about 10 years I took piano.
Okay. And were you singing at the same time you were taking piano? Were you doing singing lessons or you just had that?
No, my singing kind of happened by accident. I was writing songs with some friends at school. And you know how if you write a song, you have to sing it to the person so they know how it goes? I had all these little tapes with me singing ideas and stuff. And then somebody asked me to be in a band, and then I started my own band, and then one thing led to another. But I wasn't really planning on being a singer at all.
Really? Wow. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. So when was this that you started the band experience? At what part of your life?
First band I was about 19, 20. I was junior.
So this a junior at SC.
Yeah.
Got it.
We were having fun.
That's
We were
awesome.
just messing around. I didn't have, you know, and I know what you just said, like you have to have a plan, but I really didn't have one. I really didn't know what I wanted to do when I was 20. I had no idea. Mother made me like, mother was always keeping me busy. So I was used to like just getting into things just to do it, you know.
So a couple of our kids are actually thinking about being singers. We have Yuritsa on that's actually has a great voice, did a play recently where she sang the Aladdin. Look at her blushing. She sung the theme from Aladdin, and she's actually really good. There's another kid. Go ahead, say it again.
I said, let's hear it.
Whoa, Yuritsa, she called you out, Yuritsa.
Mama.
Yuritsa, do you want to? Just give us a little bit of your Aladdin performance. Look at that smile. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, this is one of our star athletes, very dedicated, hardworking young lady, and she's a young girl of many talents.
Awesome.
Right now, she's not talented enough to unmute her microphone. What's going on?
Miss Gray embarrassed her. Look at her. I've never seen her so embarrassed. That's okay, Yuritsa. We'll come back to you, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. We'll come back to you. So now you're in college. You're starting to figure out what you want to do with your life. You're doing the band here and there. What is your motivation? What's getting you through college? What's getting you? What's the eye on the prize? What are you focused on?
like I said, at that time, I was scared of my mother. Like I did a lot of things out of fear, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do till I got out of school. Like I was, I was doing music, and I was out of school, and I was doing like internships and working, and I was into all kind of stuff. But I really wasn't sure of it till I was about, gosh, maybe 23, 24, when I really knew exactly what I wanted to do. And then I think then you can put it together.
So 23, 24, you had just graduated from college and you got that aha moment. Take us through that aha moment when you realized this is what I want to do. This is my passion. This is something I'm going to pursue.
Well, like I said, I had just been doing it so much. I was in bands, and I was doing shows on Sunset at the Roxy and all those, and the Whiskey, and it was just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of grew on me. It was just fun. I liked the hustle of it. We used to make stickers and go around and put our stickers all over the place, and then the cops would make us pull them down. But I'm like that. I don't know. It was just fun to me. I just really loved it, and then we were playing at the Roxy one day, and someone from a record label was there, and that was my first record deal.
Wow!
I mean, yeah.
Kids, by a show of hands, do you know what the Whiskey Go-Go is? The Roxy? Have you heard of any of these clubs?
They shouldn't have.
Nobody?
They better not.
They better not have.
They better not, right? Is it Kevin? Kevin, did you say no? No? Good.
Good answer.
Very good. These are really famous clubs, guys. Very famous. A lot of the top musicians in the world have come to play at these. I think even the Rolling Stones came out here at one time to play at either the Whiskey or the Roxy. So really famous clubs here in Hollywood. Yeah, so you get noticed. Somebody comes up to you and says, I kind of like to sing. I'm here, I want to offer you a contract. Or what did he say to you at that time? What was the things that made your eyes bug out of your head?
He just said, we'd like you to come down to the label and meet everybody and sing a few songs for us. So then you do the meeting, and then there's a group of people there. At the time, I didn't know who they were. They're mostly just lay people, that make decisions. And then we did a couple of songs, and then they stop and talk to you, kind of see where your head is at, just kind of checking you out. And then if that's all cool, then they make you an offer, and you go from there. But actually, that record, I got dropped after that. That record never came out. But the second time I got a record deal, that's the record that came out.
So how do you stay level-headed? Somebody from the record company comes to you and says, you're the best talent we've ever heard in our lifetime. We want to make you a deal. How do you stay level-headed? How do you leave that meeting and go and say to yourself, I'm just a normal citizen, as opposed to being on top of cloud nine? How do you deal with that?
Well, I was definitely on cloud nine, but like I said, my mom is crazy. I'm scared of her, so I don't get out of line, like that. I mean, it's cool, it's cool. You should have a healthy ego and be proud of yourself, and you should be able to brag about the things you accomplish. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with, just being proud of yourself, as long as you don't hurt nobody with it, as long as you don't look down on people. But yeah, I felt great. Yeah.
Treat others like you would like to be treated, right?
Exactly.
That's great advice for our kids. Very, very good advice for our kids. But you should have a strong ego. That's another nugget that you're dropping on us, and hopefully this is going to resonate with our kids.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourself for sure. You should brag about yourself. Tell people what you got. That's the only way they're gonna know.
So with that being said, let's brag about you a little bit. you come out you come out with your first album, and your first album, there's the song called I Try, and it blows up and it becomes world acclaimed. What is that feeling like to have a song that's so recognizable, especially the first time probably when you heard it on the radio? What was that feeling like?
Oh, it's amazing, you know, because I really wasn't expecting that. I didn't really think that song was that big of a deal, and so for people to gravitate to it and embrace it like they did, and you know, even today I still hear it, and when I go to, you know, when I go shopping, they still play it, and on the radio, still on the radio all the time. So I had no idea that song was would have that kind of effect. Nobody was more shocked than I was.
But you didn't stop there. You kept on making music, making more albums, and you also went over into acting. How did that come about? How did you get the acting bug?
So I was at the studio, and Antoine Fuqua, who directed Training Day, he came to the studio, and he just thought I would be. I never done a movie before, and for some reason he thought I could do that role, and I thought he was crazy. Only reason I did it, honestly, is because Denzel was in it, and I wanted to get a picture with Denzel and show my mom.
So your first acting role was with Denzel Washington?
Yeah, and I wasn't even gonna do it because I didn't think I could act, and I didn't want to embarrass myself. But I honestly did it just because he told me Denzel was in it, and I thought, oh, I can meet Denzel.
And you actually, yeah, Denzel, I think won an Academy Award for that role, right?
Yeah, that's like a classic.
So you actually got to act with Denzel Washington. I don't know, by a show of hands, how many of you guys know who Denzel Washington is? Anybody? Piemonte, you don't count? Alberto, nice. Nice. Mercy, nice. Very nice.
That's awesome.
So you I don't know how many films you did from there, but there was another film that you did that most of our kids are going to recognize, and that was a Marvel film. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Who saw Spider-Man? Nobody.
Raise the hands. Who saw Spider-Man? Alvin.
Yay.
The Ramoses, Kevin, Alberto.
Yeah.
Tobias.
I think that Spider-Man was before some of them were born, though, so that's why they're slow to raise their hand.
Oh, baby.
Who saw Miss Gray in Spider-Man? Who saw the original Spider-Man and saw Miss Gray singing in that?
There's one.
Alberto,
go.
Let me hear you, Alberto. Alberto. Do you remember what scene that was, Alberto, when you saw her in the Spider-Man movie? Okay, we'll go on. So not only did you do that movie, you went on to do a few more movies. Really good resume, really impressive resume. But you didn't stay in the movies. You also did some TV work.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the TV shows that our kids are going to know about is going to be Fuller House, right? Which is a spin-off of Full House.
Yeah, Full House.
Talk to us about that. What was that like?
Oh, it was just a guest appearance on all the kids from Full House are grown up, so they're doing a spin-off of them as adults. So I did a little spot on that. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. They're probably, are you guys too young for That's So Raven too? Yeah, huh? Wow. I'm like, a real old man. But
yeah, Raven is like 30, 40 years old now, right?
I forgot about that.
Officer Lear, she made a new show. Raven.
What show?
It was actually it stopped airing a while ago, but she made a show with where she was taking care of another girl, and she had her own kids that her son ended up inheriting the power that she had.
Oh, really? Oh, no, I did hear about that. You're right, Mercy. I did hear about that. Absolutely right.
Off of her show, That's So Raging. But
yeah,
my little one, she just recently saw Fuller House, which shocked me, and she was in love with it. And the part where you say, "Is that 78 Cadillac pink? Oh, that's mine." She was cracking up over. So, hey.
I just got a text message from Miss Cynthia. She said her and Diego are big fans of That's So Raven. Very big fans. They work here in the office. Anyway, by a show of hands, who knows what a Grammy award is? What is a Grammy? I want to hear from somebody.
Knows.
Go ahead, Tobias. Take it off mute, Tobias. Take us off mute.
Sorry. A Grammy Award is something that you win from like a TV. Like if you go on a movie or something, you could win an award if a lot of people like it.
Exactly.
That's pretty good.
Actually,
go ahead, Albert.
Very good. That's the best
Go ahead, Alberto.
description I've ever heard.
A Grammy award is the award presents the person or the movie star or the singer that how do you say was the best. I think was the best got the award.
Yeah. So a Grammy Award is kind of like winning an Oscar. Everybody pretty much knows what an Oscar is. An Oscar is awarded to the person that's the best in their field in the movie industry. The best in your field in the music industry, they get a Grammy Award. Miss Macy Gray, our guest today, has won a Grammy Award. So some of the people that have won Grammy Awards are Drake, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears. I don't know if you guys know any of these people, but our guest today is one of those people that has won a Grammy Award. Talk to us a little bit about that, Miss Gray.
Well, they're right. If a lot of people like you, you get a Grammy Award. That's pretty much what it is in a nutshell. But it's cool. It's an honor, to do something and people let you know that they like what you do and acknowledge that you're good at what you do. I'm curious though. So what do you guys? So what musicians are you guys listening to right now?
Good question. Go ahead, kids. Raise your hand if you have a favorite musician. Go ahead. Miss Ramos?
Madison Beer. He's new. My favorite song is Selfish by her. And her voice is pretty, that's why I like her.
I don't even know. I gotta check that one out. Thank you. I'm gonna write that down right now.
Miss Valerie, some of your favorite artists? Miss Valerie?
Madison Beer.
I don't really have any favorites. I kind of just listen to everything. I wouldn't be able to choose between all of the different artists that are out there creating music.
Okay. All right. Alberto?
Travis Scott.
Awesome. I love it.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Mercy.
My favorite artist is Bonnie Tyler. You guys know that is right? Yeah.
I'm not familiar with her. Who is she?
Oh, she's an old singer. Like she sang Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh, that's my favorite song. love that song.
I don't think I've heard it. Mercy, sing us a little bit. I don't think I've heard it.
Oh, okay. I'll try. Just let me go where it's quieter. Hold up. I'm sorry if I have horrible singing, but you know, you're the one that asked.
That's all right. It can't be worse than Officer Lee.
Okay, it goes, why did I forget all of a sudden? Well, it goes, I'll say the main part where she says, total eclipse of the heart. Yeah, I forgot it all.
I remember that now.
I love that song.
Yeah. So yeah.
Alejandro, we met with you yesterday. Alejandro said that you're interested in getting in the music industry.
Yeah.
Do you have a possible question for Miss Gray?
No, not really.
No?
No.
What type of music are you interested in, Alejandro?
Hip hop, rap.
Miss Gray, maybe some word of advice. When you started off, did you start off writing your notes down, your lyrics down? How did you start off that could possibly influence, your path could possibly influence some of our kids?
Actually, no, I don't really write my lyrics down, but I think you really just have to do what's in you. You know, you just got to do what's real for you and what comes out naturally.
Yeah.
You know, it's like having a conversation. And,
Yeah.
And you talk about what you know, and then you make it sound good. You make it rhyme, and now you got a song. You know what I mean? It's really about what's in you, and that's whatever you do. If you're an artist or whatever you do, it's all already in there. You just got to pull it out. You know?
Yeah.
You think that's going to be helpful, Alejandro?
Yes, sir.
That's coming from somebody that's won multiple awards, not just Grammys. She's won MTV Music Awards. She's been nominated for several Teen Choice Awards. She's been nominated for a little bit of everything and won several things. So that is, we will stay with something that you can. Go ahead, Miss Gray.
I gotta ask. Hold on. I'm sorry. What was the question? Sorry. My son. Mm-hmm.
No, I was talking to Alejandro, and I was telling him that the advice that you're giving him, hopefully that's going to stick with him. You know, he's interested in getting started in music, and hopefully that advice that you tell him is going to be something that he could take with him for the next 10, 20 years.
Well, what do you want to rap about? What do you want to talk about?
My life. My life. Like how.
And then, like, what part of it? Like, tell us a little bit, like, about
like
your house, your family, school.
No, like how I be, like just what I do. Like.
Yeah.
See what she's trying to tell you, Alejandro, is she's saying that you have to construct it. You have to put it together. It just can't be a bunch of words. It's got to be a story. It has to be a plan. It has to be laid out in some type of format. That's what she's trying to explain to you right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool though. Right? I mean, if that's what's on your mind, your friends and life, then you just start writing it down, and you'll come up with all kinds of stuff. Sometimes you come up with stuff and you don't even know it's on your mind till you start writing about it. You know, it's pretty crazy. So you just write as much as you can. Just write everything down, and you'll come up with some incredible stuff.
Alvin, are you interested in music at all?
Not really.
Are you interested in acting?
Nah. Nah, that's not my thing.
Really? What about your sister?
I don't know, cause like right now we both play instruments. My sister plays the trombone and I play the clarinet.
Whoa! Really?
Yeah.
In the marching band?
No, it's because it's not from school. It's from another program.
Oh, cool. Which one?
It's the program's called Harmony Project.
All right. That's a proper thing. That's cool. So what is your,
I didn't.
what do you want to do? Do you know yet?
Maybe when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer.
There you go.
Oh, very nice.
I like him.
I do too. Very nice. When you say a lawyer, do you want to represent the bad guys or the people that are? Which one do you want to represent?
The good guys.
The good guys, the people that are actually suing,
Yeah.
not the ones getting sued.
No.
Oh, so you
Good.
wanna be a broke lawyer, huh? He ain't touch you. Hey, look, you're a smart kid. You're playing clarinet and your sister's playing trombone. I played trombone and my sister played clarinet, so you're gonna be something good. Okay? So make that money, okay, Alvin?
Okay, Officer Lear. I mean Lee.
Who else plays an instrument here? Is it Alberto? You play an instrument? What do you play, Alberto?
I play violin.
Whoa!
Wow.
I have it right here.
Well, let us hear it. Come on, buddy.
Let's hear it.
let me get my stick.
Man, I couldn't imagine being a 10-year-old boy and having a Grammy Award artist saying, "Go ahead and play your instrument for me." I just couldn't imagine that. These kids are lucky nowadays.
Absolutely.
Do I play?
Go ahead, sir.
That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. Thank you.
That was very nice, Alberto. Very nice. Alberto's also a break dancer, Miss Gray, in case you didn't know that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who else?
do that too? We'll see. No. I don't know.
Junior.
Hi.
Jaden's on the call with me. Jaden plays the piano.
Oh.
Whoa. Let's go, Jay. What's your talents?
On the spot? Okay. Come on.
Hi, Miss Solis. How are you?
Doing good.
Did you
Ready, to go back to work tonight?
did you see Miss Gray?
I just saw her. I went on really fast because I am a fan.
Hi, thank you. How you doing?
Good, good. Let me turn this around. There's Jaden at the piano.
Cool. What's that? Omaha?
Just pick a song that you like, that you practiced a lot.
Hey, Miss Solis, do you remember the song I Try?
Yes.
Great song, right?
I like all the originals, the oldies.
Yeah.
The ones she did in the beginning. Oh yeah, yes.
Thank you.
Can I do just a one? Like a run through?
Go ahead, do a run through. We're not watching, right?
You're watching me.
Okay, no, yeah. Talking to Officer Lear. A little louder, babe.
Okay, a little louder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, wait.
It's okay.
That's good.
That was still good.
It's because I can do better.
You could do it better. I know you could do it better. He's always been a little bit of a perfectionist here.
Yeah.
I know. One more, okay? Go for it.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. Good job. Just gotta practice.
So
Good fingers. And like his rhythm is really good.
wow.
Your rhythm's really good, Macy Gray says.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if you
Yeah.
heard it or not, but Miss Gray said she started off on the piano. What advice would you give our aspiring musicians in regards to their instrument? How should they go about practicing or getting involved in music?
Well, that's it. You gotta practice. You gotta practice every day. My parents made me. I used to get a whooping if I didn't practice. I won't recommend that, but practice every day for 10 years, like at least a half an hour. And even, you definitely get good. You'll be very good at something. And it teaches you discipline, and it teaches you, music is also very good for school, because in music you have to memorize, and you have to learn chords, and it helps you with it's like good exercise. Like you exercise your body to get in shape. So music is like the best exercise for your mind. It makes your mind work better and faster. And the kids who take music always do better in school. That's
Really?
A fact. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Especially in math. Like
Very
musicians
interesting.
are usually really good at math because of all the writers, rappers, anyone who, like, as long as you're jogging your brain every day, even if you're not in music, like just be doing something, making your mind work every day.
Miss Gray, do you still play piano or any other instrument?
Yeah, I play piano and guitar. Mm-hmm. Once you learn how to play, you can always play.
How often do you play now?
I don't practice every day. I work on my voice every day. I don't practice piano every day.
So how do you work on your voice? What do you do? Because I'm trying to improve my vocals a little bit, and I'm struggling at times. But what do you have to do?
You do vocal exercises. Like you go, this is the first one. You go, I can't do it.
Okay.
Can y'all do it? Come on, y'all. Let's try it. Here we go.
Let me see you, Miguel. Try it, Miguel.
Yeah, blow raspberries, Jeff. Let's practice it.
Opposite lead. Let's do it.
Lear first. Come on.
I think Lee's lips are too big. It'll cover the screen if he did that. It'll mess
Also, Lear only
everything up.
practices off camera, y'all. Don't let him fool you.
In a way, it wakes up your vocal cords. Like,
I'm sure he wants that.
What about the people that do the whole me?
Can you do that again?
Does that help?
Not really. That's like in cartoons. I'm like,
that's what I've been doing wrong all this time.
Now he'll stop doing that in the office for us, okay? Thank you.
Alberto, I think Alberto said he sings as well. Go ahead, Alberto. And I think Giovanni, you're next. Giovanni said she plays an instrument. So go ahead, Alberto, and next is Giovanni.
Well, you want me to sing?
Isn't that what you said? I thought you said that you sing as well. Maybe I misunderstood.
I do, but
No?
That's okay.
I do, but I'm nervous.
That's all right.
When you're nervous, that's when you should do it. Because you gotta prove to yourself you can do anything. So if you're scared to do it, then you should definitely do it.
So kids, I don't know if you heard what she said, but she said, face your fears. If you're scared is the time you should do something. That's a very good message right there. Very good.
If it's a good thing, it has to be something positive. Something good. Don't be doing everything. But you wanna try to just sing a little something. Anything. You can do it. Is you gonna do it? No.
I think he's going in the closet to do it.
Okay.
Alberto, you gonna? Giovanni, let's hear from you, Giovanni. You had something to say. I missed what the quote was. Oh, Giovanni plays the violin as well, but she said her violin is at school.
Okay. All right.
That's
well,
awesome.
I could sing now.
Okay.
I have a piece of paper I have that my teacher gave me. He told me to practice. Okay. Mama says no play, this is a work day with all the bright sun, get all the work done. Sweet, sweet papaya, fruit of the island, when all the work done, dance on the white sand. If you will help me climb up the tall tree, shake the papaya down.
Yay! That was I've never heard that song. Wow.
Miss Gray, you never heard the papaya song?
Now I have.
Let me see if you've heard this song. Yuritz, go ahead. Go ahead, Yuritza.
Use the phone for the tune music.
Mm-hmm.
The tune, okay. 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 I'll try to do it without the song. Okay. Okay. Make way for friend Sally. Say hey for Prince Ali. Hey, clear the way in the old bizarre. Hey, you let us through. It's a bright new star. Oh, come be the first on your block to meet his eyes. Make way, here come ring bells, bang drum. Are you gonna love this guy? Prince Ali, fabulous, Ali, Bob. Jenny Flake, show some respect down in one knee.
Yay! All these new songs. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. You're right. That was absolutely beautiful.
Now I know another song.
A different song? Can it be a different song?
Oh, I said now I know a new song. But if you want to sing another one, go ahead.
I'll do Dark Side. Okay, let me just skip it. We're not in love. We share no stories. Just something in your eyes. Don't be afraid. The shadows know me. Let's leave the world behind. Take me through the night, fall into the dark side. We will live on the dark side. Let's see it, let's feel it. While we're still young and fearless, let's go of the light, fall into the dark side.
Woo!
Very good. Very good. So Miss Gray.
Yes.
Illustrious career, singing, acting. What's next? What are you looking to do next? And also, I want to talk about your business. I know you're starting a business here in Hollywood. Maybe we could talk about that after. But what's next in your career path?
Oh, right now, we all just want to get out of the house. That's my. I'm looking forward to right now. But yeah, we opened a beauty shop on Hollywood Boulevard. It's called Macy Gray's Beauty Bar. And we do hair, nails, lashes, haircuts. So I'm gonna invite you when they open up the salons, I'm gonna invite you guys all down. Get your hair did.
Get your hair did. Macy Gray's Beauty Bar. What is the address, or what are the cross streets? Hollywood and
Wilcox. I think it's 6516.
66516?
It's either 6615 or 6516. I forget. But it's on Wilcox.
Macy Gray's Beauty Bar. Beauty salon?
Beauty bar. But yes, it's salon. Mm-hmm.
So Miss Gray, quick question. You just said, hey, you're gonna invite us over. Generally in the summer, we normally do an enrichment week for our youth.
Mm-hmm.
And try and get with local businesses so the kids can get a work experience for a day.
Mm-hmm.
So once you're open and all the Corona madness is over, we'd love for you to show the kids how it's done. We normally have a mock oral interview for them for the job interview, and then they work. So I would guess for the nail hair shop, that'd be sweeping up hair, changing out pedicure waters and things like that. But we would love, for you to help us out with that if that's possible.
Oh yeah, we got a lot going on, definitely. Oh, I would love that.
Awesome.
That is a definite.
Alberto, you had a question?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Good thing that you're gonna do because I need work.
We all need work right now, baby. But yeah, you are hired. Hired.
I thought he was gonna say he needs a haircut.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Well, I'm gonna invite everybody down to get your hair done. That'll be a big open party. So I'll have fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I think our kids will really be excited to get to come to your salon and touch the hand of a superstar, and not just that, like Officer Lee said, to get in there and get some type of work experience to see what the real world is about. That's really cool.
Yeah, we're doing that. How are you guys doing? Because you guys had to go out anyway, right? Please.
Yeah, so actually right now we're doing a few things. One thing is we're delivering 300 meals every day from Tuesday to Friday to the people in our community. We get those meals from over at Bernstein High School, LAUSD, and we take those meals and we distribute it to people in need. First, we started off by giving it to our families, and then we realized that we can't limit it there. We have to give it to whoever needs help. So we've done over 7,000 meals from the time we started lockdown until today. 7,000 meals, and that's something that we're doing to help reach out.
That's great. That's great. But everything is getting back to normal now, yeah? I mean, not normal, but I was in traffic yesterday. I saw 2 accidents yesterday. Like, it's getting back to a little bit.
Yeah, traffic is picking up tremendously. You're right. A lot more cars on the street. We were fortunate for 2 months where we could zip through without having to worry about the congestion, but now it's starting to pick back up again.
Oh, dude, right. I went out one day when all this first started, and I had the whole freeway to myself. No one was on the freeway but me. Seriously.
Really?
Anything like that. I thought I was dreaming or something.
Like in the Twilight Zone, right? In Los Angeles, that never happens.
Never. But it's not that way anymore.
You're right. It's absolutely not. Anybody else have a question for Miss Gray? Officer Piemonte, did you have a question? Officer Piemonte took a stab at singing your song yesterday in the hallway, and she butchered it. She absolutely.
Oh, we gotta hear it. We gotta hear it. Come on.
Yeah.
Everybody else.
Everybody hear you sing.
Everybody else did it.
He said, no.
Like, I'm out.
I'm only gonna sing if everybody else sings.
Okay, we'll sing it with you. Go ahead. You gotta start it off.
No.
She's really good, Miss Gray.
No.
Just sing a couple words, then we'll join in with you.
Let's
Somebody start. Somebody start.
Huh?
Change, changes, and fears.
What?
You got to sing more than 2 words.
No.
Mr. Ramos, did you have a question, Mr. Ramos? What were you saying?
I liked it, officer. I thought you sounded good. I was just getting ready to join in. He cut me off.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think
Let's
he's
do
gonna do it.
Let's have the background music.
He's setting it up.
Hey, when will they go from here? When will they stop? Has got us here.
Hot in here.
Goodbye, and I choke.
That was amazing.
Amen.
I was hot in here. Calling you to fill in for me when I can't make it. I'm gonna call you up.
Just a question, curious. What's the largest arena stadium that you played in front of? How many people have the biggest crowd you've ever played in front of?
Let's see. I don't know. When we did Brazil had a festival. That was about 500,000 people. They said it was 1 million, but I don't know.
500,000 people, 500,000 people?
Yeah, it was more. Like every this big festival every year, pretty much the whole city.
What city was that in Brazil?
In Rio.
Ah.
Because you can't go anywhere else, and like it takes up the whole city. You know what I mean? Like they block everything off, so you kind of don't have a choice but to go. What did you say?
Was it the area where the carnival is at? Was that where the carnival is at?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right there, yeah.
Wow. 500,000. Was that a huge rush? What does that feel like to play in front of that many people? How does that feel?
It's pretty wild because it literally looks like a sea. Like when you look out from the stage, it looks like just a sea of people. It's pretty amazing to see. Pretty cool.
Wow. Awesome. Go ahead, Jaden. Yeah. I think Jaden wants to play one more tune for us. Go ahead, Jaden.
All right. Oh,
you didn't hear question.
You set me up. Okay.
Set him up.
Second chance. Okay.
Very good. Very good.
Great. I love it. What song was that?
It's wait, let me see. It's called Gypsy Band.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Another song.
Nice. I know, right? We're learning a lot.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alberto.
Have you ever been like in an orchestra?
I was in the marching band when I was in school, but not an orchestra. Like, no, I don't play the violin like you do. That's really beautiful. I wish.
I play almost every instrument. I play drum. I play drum, recorder, violin, little bit of piano, but I kind of stink in it because I kind of think a lot.
That's great. Keep at it, honey. Like, don't stop. Learn as many as you can.
Amen. Amen. Don't stop. Don't stop. That's awesome advice. Kevin, you have a question or a comment? No? So, Miss Gray, we try to get you out of here in an hour. So we'll ask you a few more questions and try to get you out of here on that. So during this lockdown period, what are you binge watching?
Let's see. What did I watch that was really good? That's so good. God. I don't remember. Wait. I've been watching a lot of movies mostly. I haven't binge watched that much stuff. I think I saw something called The Good Fight because my mom was watching it. So I started watching it. But
Mercy wants to say goodbye. Mercy's about to leave. You want to say goodbye,
hi,
Mercy?
sweetheart. Nice to meet you.
Bye. Thank you for talking with us.
Clips of the heart.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mercy.
Bye.
Bye.
What?
Bye. Bye. Thank you. I have fun.
So what?
I'll see you at
work. What's your go-to meal? What are you eating now? Now that we're in lockdown, what are you eating? What are you binge eating?
Cheeseburgers. I make the best cheeseburger in the world now. I mastered my little brothers. But
what's the rest?
Huh?
What's the special recipe?
Well, it's just all in the seasoning. Like you put the seasoning in the pan, not on top, so it cooks up into the meat. Most people know that, but that's just all about what you put. My burger's just as good as In-N-Out, all of them. I'm telling you.
We're gonna take your word for it. Be careful. We got some hungry kids on there. They might want to come over and have a burger. Reincarnation. How about that? Do you believe in reincarnation? And if you do, what would you like to come back as?
Come back as let's see. What would I come back as? Like a thing, or you mean like a different, not a person, or what do you mean?
Yeah, either a person or animal or a thing.
Let me see. Probably an elephant. Because elephants just seem so chill. They have no worries. Nobody messes with them. They just kind of eat and hang out. They never seem like, nobody messes with elephants.
Not even the lion, right? The lion knows he's outmatched.
Yeah, they're like, get back, lion. I'm always like elephants. I don't know why.
So your Last Supper. You're going to your Last Supper. You can invite any two people, past or present. Who are those two people you're going to invite to your table, and why?
On my Last Supper, I'd probably just have my family. That's a boring answer, but I would.
Yeah. That's a given. Your family's already there.
Okay, so I can't have my family. Okay, two people. Let me see. Barack Obama and Bob Marley.
Wow.
Be passed, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Past or present. How much of an influence was Mr. Marley on you?
On who?
Mr. Bob Marley. How much of an influence was he on your life, on your music, on your career?
Oh, huge. He's everything. He's like Jesus. He's like everything.
Amen. Amen. I don't know if the kids understand who Bob Marley is, but they got to definitely get some Bob Marley in there. Oh, Alberto's giving us a thumbs up. Impressive. Impressive. I got a message that says Jaden would come back as Messi if he was reincarnated. Jaden's one of our soccer players.
All right, there you go. That's a good idea. To come back as Messi.
Yeah. Do you know who Messi is?
Yeah.
Who are some of your influences as far as music? Who are some of the biggest influences for you in your career?
Probably Prince was probably my biggest one. Bob Marley, Stevie Wonder, a lot. You know, could go on and on. Tons of them.
Yeah.
Biggie, I was a big Biggie fan. Huge.
Who?
Biggie, the rapper.
Oh wow. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So last question. Thank you again on behalf of our family program or organization. Thank you for spending this time with us. But last question, do you have any words of encouragement, words of advice, something that our kids could take with them going forward from here?
Oh, I don't know. I guess just let me see. I don't know. There's so much, you know, that you're gonna learn on your own. You know, I have kids, and most of the stuff they learn, you know. Most people, you learn the hard way. You know, you learn through. But you gotta go out there and do stuff. You gotta go try things, and you gotta not be scared to say what's on your mind, and that's how you learn from the feedback that you get back. And just do positive things. Just do good. Just be good to people, because that comes back to you too, you know. But most of the things that you learn in life, you know, you got your parents and your family, and you have this really great organization that has your back, but it's up to you to soak it all in and go to school and listen, you know, to the right things and do the right things.
Do the right things and face your fears. That's really cool. Really great message. Really great. Hopefully, again, like I said, it'll resonate with them. It'll stick with them. Those are 2 messages left us with. Lee, did you have anything before we go?
Yeah, I just want to read the message. The amazing Val had to leave, but she said she'd like to thank you for the experience of you being on, and thanks for the words of wisdom. And I think that goes probably with all the kids. So we'd like to all thank you for giving up your precious time to be with us and communicate with our kids. We really appreciate it.
Well, I'll see y'all again. I'm gonna see what we can all do together. And it was very nice to meet all of you and hear you all play it and sing my song. Great.
I think you should definitely sing that so we can erase that in everybody's mind, my voice.
No, I told you I'm gonna call you when I can't make it to my shows. I'm gonna call you to come in.
Miss Gray, you're definitely part of our family now, and we look forward to seeing you more and more often.
All right, I had a good time. I'll see y'all next time. See y'all soon. All right, bye.
Take care, ma'am.
Thank you, honey.
All right,